Welcome to the Science Podcast.
Science Cast number 1 with ZeroHP.
We were just discussing the scientific method.
Yeah, because that's what we do. That's what we talk about.
Yeah.
Tell them why, Ian.
We're interested in things other than games, guys.
No, we're not.
All right?
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Are we, though?
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
I'm really into history.
Okay.
Okay?
I like Snapple.
Hey, me too. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Hey.
Let's cling it into the mic.
yeah.
Cling it. Oh,
Hey.
We're getting a little turned over here at
Hold on.
ZeroHP.
Was that a commercial? Because it's not on purpose.
Was it a commercial?
Remember, because Kevin freaks out and he always goes, "Not a sponsor, not a sponsor." So
Every time I show
I'll pull a Kevin.
the bottle of what I'm drinking on our recordings, he's like, just to mention we're not sponsored by Gatorade.
Yeah,
in case you didn't already know,
Like,
we're obviously
dude,
not
we have
sponsored by
101
Gatorade.
subscribers, but we're back up.
We're up?
So we went
we
to
trending positive?
We went. The highest we've ever had was 102.
Okay.
We went all the way down to 99.
Okay.
And now we're at 101.
I like it.
So you know.
Trending back positive.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that.
And thank you to everyone if you're listening to this, and this is only our third or fourth podcast since we did that thing where we kind of tried to bring people in on our Facebook page.
Promotion boost.
Little promotion, be like, hey, I noticed you haven't liked my page yet.
My boy Nick Statcher.
We basically pretended like we were going to be Activision, and that you are the former, or no, excuse me, not former, but the upcoming gamers in their multiplayer games.
Exactly.
And noticing you weren't doing something, so we wanted to let you know about.
Yeah.
You haven't purchased the microtransaction.
In
Except
case
we're
you
free.
In case you didn't know.
We're a free to listen.
We're
podcast.
like a free microtransaction.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's either good or bad. I don't really know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that really like a microtransaction, but
Yeah, whatever.
I'm a little less emotional today.
Good. A little.
mean,
I would hope a lot.
I mean, you can. Well, here's the thing. I'm less in the fact that like it's not the only thing I want to talk about today.
Okay, cool.
But like if you were to be like, hey, and you brought it up, I would be right back.
Just dive back in.
Oh yeah. Let's fucking do this.
Master of puppets and
Master. No.
You just rip your shirt off. Why'd you rip your shirt off?
Because I'm fucking pissed.
You have like a Make Visceral Great Again shirt on.
Make Visceral Great. Ooh, that reminds me. I am a huge fan of some marketing right now.
Okay, let's hear it.
And I believe that the day I saw this was opposite day. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So this is there was a really cool ad on Twitter for Wolfenstein 2.
Okay.
And this gets a little political, but it's all about games. It's all
Yeah.
about games. We're not going into too much in politics. However, it showed Nazis marching on their perfect high step,
Mm-hmm.
and it froze and it said, "These aren't," and then in quotation marks, "fine people,"
Mm-hmm.
referring to when Trump was asked about the white nationalists, and in
Right.
Charlottesville he went, "There's a lot of fine people there."
Interesting.
So he said, "These are not fine people,"
Yep.
and looking at the Nazis. And then it shows some gameplay in killing Nazis and burning a swastika flag and all that.
Jesus.
And then at the end, it says hashtag...
Kofefi?
yes, hashtag Kofefi. It said, "Make America Nazi free again."
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is
Cool.
pretty cool.
That-
So
that
they're making
was-
a little statement.
That was bold by them. Good for them. Good.
Is it really bold
Dude,
to
to
say,
even-
let's have Nazis not be in America?
No, I don't mean bold like a crazy thing
wow.
to say. I mean like even confident of them to touch into that little boiling pot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. And the reason I said it was opposite day because I was like, "This is really cool." Like, and there were a bunch of people defending Nazis on there, and I was like, "Wow, okay."
are you surprised?
This is the opposite. A little bit,
It's
yeah.
the internet, man.
And I'm not even saying they weren't like Nazis. Like they weren't like Heil in there.
Yeah.
Like I would expect a neo-Nazi to be like pro-Nazi.
Right.
But I'm not. These weren't neo-Nazis. These are people who were like, "You're a liberal." I'm like, pretty sure I just said I was not a fan of Nazis.
Yeah.
So
It's the whole thing.
interesting to see games come across that line a little bit. And apparently, if you don't like Nazis, you're a snowflake. That's the message.
You're a snowflake.
That's a message I got from Twitter.
Snowflake.
So Wolfenstein comes out today, by the way.
Today.
Well, tonight.
Tonight.
Friday officially.
What else
It's
comes
got
out
a
tonight?
90 on Metacritic.
No shit.
Wolfenstein 2.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I will be buying that probably like next paycheck because I don't
Sweet.
want to wait for that. I want to make sure to support a single player shooter. It's got no story.
Yeah. No story?
Excuse me, no multiplayer.
I was like, wait a minute.
There's no story. You just
Wait
shoot. It's
a
like the first
minute.
Wolfenstein all over again. No, I misspoke. It's got no multiplayer.
Gotcha.
It's a single player oriented game.
Gotcha.
There you can't purchase Nazi loot boxes.
Aww.
Nothing like that. It's just a straight up
Different
single player
colored
game. So
swastikas.
definitely gonna support that.
Cool. Cool. What else comes out tonight, Ian?
Assassin's Creed comes out. Assassin's Creed Origin comes out.
Never
We're
heard
gonna
of
pick it up tonight. Now, of course, the way we do our recording is like Friday.
Oh.
And then it's gonna be already. It'll have been out for like 4 days by the time this is. So whoever, some people might have already purchased it. And they're listening to this like, I know a lot more about this game than you do, sir. But I do want to go into later a little bit like a kind of like a preview.
Yeah.
For those who are not purchasing it and they're listening, kind of a preview like the biggest things that I'm most pumped for.
Sweet, man.
You were curious about.
Absolutely.
What have you been playing, Mason? What's this week is a dry game week. I believe,
very dry game week for me. You texted me 2 days ago, I think, and kind of asked me what I've been playing, and my response was a lot of dots, if I remember correctly, at the risk of disappointing you.
Well, I asked you because I was like, hey, any chance you played Horizon or Witcher?
Nothing, man.
I know.
Nothing. Because you know why? Another reason is if I didn't have enough, not that I had that many, but this one's a pretty good one. My TV broke in my living room.
Oh, no
One
shit.
of the
It broke?
Well, okay, let me explain. One of the LED strips in the back went out.
Oh, fuck.
Which...
So it's dim as all hell?
No, it's completely black.
Oh, wow.
You can only hear the audio, unfortunately.
Oh, shit.
And that was kind of my big gaming TV.
Yeah, it's your
like
gaming
15 inch.
television. Yeah.
So we had to move our bedroom TV into the living room, which is like maybe a 30-inch TV. And I hate gaming on it.
Fuck that. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it in the bedroom.
Because you're right up close
yeah,
to it.
exactly. You know, so I'm like all the way across the living room. Not that it's huge, but it's not a giant screen I'm looking at.
That's not. You wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to see it.
Dude, it really, really sucks.
Now, I will say, there is a little bit of like opportunity here now. Though,
Okay.
Right? Because
Okay.
Because you were like, you had some like issues with motion blur on your TV.
Yes.
It was like a little older 1080p, and you were thinking, you got the Xbox One X coming out.
You're right.
4K is way more affordable now than it's ever been.
You're
ever.
right. You're right.
We're almost into November.
You're also right.
You're going to have Cyber Monday, Black Friday, all those things, and that's not too long. I mean, the stars are aligning for you, and it's not like you're going to get in trouble. You're like, I'm just going to buy a TV, and
no, we need a TV.
Now you're like, oh, wow.
No, we need a TV.
I need a TV now.
Oh, wow.
I mean, these 4K things are...
What's this 4K we talk about? No, yeah, I'm in the market for a new TV, and you know, that's a big part of the reason that I haven't really been playing much.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
I've been playing Fortnite, of course, just because I can. It doesn't involve a lot of time or investment. In the TV situation, it even makes it hard to play that game now. So, like, in the last couple of days, not really anything, unfortunately. It really sucks, but hopefully get the TV situation figured out. I'd hate to wait until November. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just that you might be able to get a really good deal.
I know.
And in the meantime, see, I feel like I kind of need to like start fixing the world here.
Oh,
and
okay.
I feel like I need to be a little bit of like a boys and girls club, but for video games.
Not bad.
Because like apparently, like if I'm not directly supervising, like people just don't play great games anymore. And they just like look, I know this game is like one of the greatest of all time. All right, whatever. I need to play this game forever.
Are you referring to?
Everyone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, seriously, I'm not simply referring to you.
People are allowed to play games they enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if
dude.
they have fun.
Absolutely.
Even if they are missing out on some great games, it's okay.
Why can't you do both? I can do both. I've done both.
For those of you who can't hear him,
I've done both.
Ian is essentially whispering to me that
I played all those things.
it is possible to do both.
Oh, however, I haven't. One thing that's not true. I've not really played Rainbow Six Siege.
No, yeah,
I have not. So that is one. That's one that I have not played for sure.
I enjoy.
I did download Fortnite.
Yeah, did you play it?
I haven't yet, but Doug has it, and he's been here, so we're gonna be. I'll probably do like a duo or something with him at some point and play that.
It'll be a lot of fun, man. Doug's really good. I had the chance to play with Doug a couple of times.
He can't win a game though.
He hasn't won one yet?
He gets within the top 3 like all the time.
And I got a little bit to talk about with Fortnite. Not that you're super interested in it,
sure,
but like for Doug and those people who
yeah.
are. If you want to do what you're playing first before I dive in.
I mean, you've been playing a little bit of Fortnite, right? So
I just hit 39 hours on Fortnite.
Go on
okay, so I have it on both Xbox and PlayStation 4 because it's free.
Okay.
It for whatever reason the frame rate was not capped on PlayStation 4. So it runs significantly better on PlayStation 4 than it does on Xbox. So I did spend most of my time with it on PlayStation 4, which is probably why I haven't played with Doug that much, because he's on Xbox. And going back and forth, Xbox just seemed really choppy and kind of slow to me. It's a free game. I mean, I'm not complaining. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure,
I love it on both, but
I'm figuring to offer it to you. It should work.
Yeah, it works, but it runs a little bit easier for me on PlayStation 4. So on PS4, I really pathetically play this game a lot. I have 11 wins on solo.
Nice.
3 on duo, all with Kevin, who's surprisingly really good at that game.
How is it surprising?
I don't know, just because like
he's pretty good at games.
No, he's good at games, but when you want him to take something seriously, he never does. So,
yeah, sure.
But he jumps in and actually wants to win, which is good.
I got a symbolic text from him like that.
Did you?
He's like, "Hey Ian, I've changed my mind on the whole Oreos and milk thing." He doesn't like milk as a drink.
Yeah.
But he had a weird amount of milk where he couldn't have cereal and he
Okay.
couldn't use it to cook with.
Right. Okay.
So he's like, "Fuck it." So he poured it into a glass and he had some M&Ms and he tried Oreos. Excuse me.
Some M&Ms.
I'm like replacing words today. He had some Oreos.
Yeah.
And then he texted me. He's like, "Damn, that was really fucking good."
Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything. I actually managed to not play my wife character.
Okay.
And I didn't draw an analogy between him actually trying Milk and Oreos and him not trying Witcher 3. I didn't do it. I'm proud of myself.
I wouldn't say that there's not a connection. You know what I mean?
But I didn't. The thing I'm saying is I didn't make that. I didn't rub it in for the first time ever.
Okay. I think you didn't even think that.
Anyway,
I was like, come on.
Oh, and about Fortnite. I'm sorry. I'm jumping all over.
No, you're good.
Doug was saying that he had problems with his Xbox version of it until he hardlined into his internet. Are you hardlined into your internet?
I wasn't when it was in my bedroom and it ran okay.
Okay.
I mean,
he's saying that seemed to be like as soon as he hardlined, it worked 1,000 times better.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like with a lot of games that's true.
Okay.
Especially newer games, especially free to play games where their servers aren't exactly intact completely yet. And but yeah, there's probably a lot of truth to that. I was on PS4, so it was running a little bit better.
Yeah, and Kevin was playing it.
Kevin was playing as well, and so
Doing well,
apparently. But if you and Doug jump in, man, I'd love to join you guys. You can do squads of 3.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to have a 4th, but
I want to run some more strikes in Destiny with you.
Yeah,
too.
Absolutely, man. Whatever you guys want to do. But today, and I've been tracking it diligently. Today, this morning at 4:30 a.m. our time, they released a huge update for Fortnite, which was supposed to be like this game's. I don't want to call it a saving grace because it doesn't really need one, but like a huge improvement for this game. It's like a 3 gigabyte update that I started this morning, and it should be done now. It added, which was all missing before, it added customization for your characters, which it didn't have. It added leaderboards, which is cool. Even the way they did leaderboards is really cool. I talked about it a little bit with Kevin on our last Let's Play, which will go up hopefully this weekend. But they put you in a 50-man division. And then that way you're not like fighting a global leaderboard, you know what I mean? Because you're not going to beat the North Korean kids, like you're just not.
The North Korean,
you know what I mean? Like so,
Kim Jong-un is on there.
Kim Jong-un is on there playing Fortnite.
Probably South Korean kids. Like.
No, the North Korean kids, the hardcore.
Do they even have like internet?
The hardcore fans do, Ian.
Korea?
The hardcore ones.
They're all like national. They have like some guy like pointing a gun at them if they lose. They get executed.
But so they put you in a 50-man division and you fight. Every week it resets, but during the week you fight for the highest ranking of that. And then so you get rewards and stuff like that, which is cool. You can now level up your character every week. It'll reset. But the higher up you get, kind of like Overwatch with a seasonal ranking, you can get better rewards and stuff like that, which is cool. They added... they did add microtransaction kind of thing where you can buy like funny costumes and shit like that, like anything, but which was expected.
As long as you know what you're getting, I don't care about that.
Yeah, exactly. And none of it is pay to win. It's all, what would you call it, like aesthetic.
Yeah.
Which is cool. One of the biggest problems people are seeing is they added a cap on the frame rates again. And apparently it runs like shit now on PlayStation 4 as well. And their thinking behind that was the people with the PlayStation 4 Pro were running like 60 frames. Like smooth, butter smooth. And they didn't want it to be unfair to the people on the regular PlayStation 4 who didn't have that frame rate advantage.
30, yeah.
So there's an argument to both sides. I think so, but I mean, I'm on the regular PlayStation 4 and I have 11 wins, so I do okay. But
yeah, I don't think it makes enough of a difference.
I don't think so either. And it was
not
running,
like PC to console or something.
No, and it was running really well. And now I'm nervous to go home and see what it's running like. But yeah, the game had a huge update today, which I'm excited to jump into. But hopefully, it's not as bad as the internet is making it out to be.
Yeah, sometimes they can get a little
bit.
Rowdy.
I was on the Reddit, and the Reddit gets out of control sometimes.
And the Reddit is like basically just a place to get together and complain and bitch.
A lot of times, yeah. What have you been playing, man?
You know what else happened at 4:30 a.m. this morning, our time?
At exactly 4:30?
Well, that's what you were saying. Remember
Yeah.
Today at 4:30, the update came through.
What else happened?
I got one of those fucking calf cramps that wakes you up.
You got a Charlie
and you
horse?
think you're having like a seizure. You're like, and Alyssa like wakes up. She's like, what the fuck? And the dogs are like, oh fuck. I was like, oh. And then in the middle of my cramp, I was like, it's a cramp. It's okay, but fuck. I'm all right, but fuck.
Master.
And like I was
freaking
totally,
out.
I knew I was freaking out first because it wakes you out.
It hurts
so that's
so
a freak
bad.
out at first because you're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Then you're awake, and then you realize I'm having a cramp, which hurts, but I know it's not really a big deal.
You push the leg out. You start rubbing a little bit.
Yeah, stretching as much as I can, and like it's one of those ones where I still like I'm all stiff now today.
It's the
like,
worst.
And but once I was awake and it was happening, I knew like my rational side took over, and it was hurting. But I was spending all of my thought like trying to calm everyone else down. I'm like, it's just a cramp. Oh my god, it hurts, but it's just a cramp.
The dogs are barking. Alyssa's having a panic attack.
Yeah, because like I just woke up. So anyway, when you said 4:30 a.m., I remember and then I was like, what time is it? She's like, it's 4:30. I was like, oh cool, I got an hour to go back to sleep.
I just imagine like Alyssa and the dogs like charging down the hallway to call the police, and you're like falling over behind them. Like it's okay. I just have a cramp.
It's just a cramp. So I can still feel it like right now.
Dude,
I feel there's like a little ball in there.
Dude.
You know? So anyway, it just like that just like came into my brain as you said when you said 4:30. I have been playing a number of things. I've made some progress in Cuphead.
Good.
Beaten 3 more bosses, not just 3 overall.
Does it tell you how far you are through the game?
Yes.
How far are you?
40-something%. Not very far.
Damn.
It's so hard, dude. Yeah. It's so hard. It's impossibly hard, but I'm still having a good time with it. Good. I just like have to play it sparingly.
Yeah.
Play it sparingly. I've been playing like a lot of games, like just like dabbling, because I'm just not like, I knew Assassin's Creed's coming up, and that's all I can really think about right now. So it's like I don't want to commit to something right now because like that's what I want to commit to. It's like I played some Prey, didn't really grab me. I heard that the opening few hours it gets kind of really good. Yeah. So I will return to that eventually this year, hopefully, and play it. One thing I did was I returned to. These have been going through a whole time. It's been weird. I mean, returned to Rome
earlier
2.
I noticed the Dead Space as well.
Yeah, there's Dead Space, and then here's Rome 2. So I have Warhammer 2, but I've been like in the mood to go back to a historical one. They're a little more in depth, a little more complex, like more going on, more to like take care of and things.
Okay.
Less streamlined, and I'm not using streamlined in a bad way. Just that the games are designed a little bit differently. And I went back to Rome and I found all of these mods. They're like complete overhaul mods that change like every aspect of the game. And they make it like more historically accurate, and there's like more like kind of realistic systems that get added into the game. Like you have different populations that belong to different social castes.
In a mod?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So like because the early Roman, because you start real early on, where like before the empires, before Caesar and the emperors and the gladiators and all that stuff, you had like the Republic, the old little republic there in Italy. That were just in Italy, like before that became everything, and that's where you start. And you have these like different social castes. So like the early Roman army was built out of like a soldier. You had to provide your own gear and stuff.
Okay.
It wasn't a standardized, like when you think of a Roman soldier in your head, like all the paintings and you've seen in your life or you've seen in movies or whatever. They didn't look like that till way later, like the early ones. Like all the cavalry, like they were rich enough. You had to be rich enough to buy a horse and to provide yourself with a spear and all that. Like, so it was just like they added systems where when you recruit troops, you have to balance your army out because you're recruiting from certain social castes. And there's only so many thousands of people in each caste, so you have to build your army. So it's just more like complexities to deal with. And there's 4 turns per year now instead of 2. It used to be summer, winter, summer, winter, summer, winter. Okay. Now it's all 4 seasons, so it slows the game down a little bit. It just makes it more realistic. Like it's wars instead of like vanilla Rome 2 is very fast paced. You build armies pretty quick. You make a lot of money, and boom, you're expanding in every direction. You've got a bunch of armies, but you're like always at war. Whereas this one, forces you to make it more like actual history, which is there's series of wars over decades of time, and war is arduous, and it's really fucking expensive, and it's really difficult, and it hurts your economy. But obviously the payoff, if you get away with a bunch more territories, is once you scale down, you make all that money and more back, and you're even richer, and you get better technology. So you feel like, instead of just like, all right, what's the next place I'm going to take? Okay, right click, attack it. Here we go. Done. It's like, okay, I had to plan this shit out. Like, I'm going to invade. I'm going to go to war with this country. Where can they attack me from? It's more slow, and the AI, it improves the AI. They're more aggressive.
Really?
Yeah, they're a lot more aggressive. Your allies will actually help you in fucking combat now. Because Rome 2 was kind of a mess when it was released.
Oh, okay.
And they fixed a lot of it, but one thing they could never really fix was AI. And AI still isn't great, but it's just a few things are improved that make it feel different. So.
Sounds like it's almost a complete remake.
Yeah, it is. It's just using kind of the bones of the game, and just it's basically like it's like a historical realism mod.
Oh, okay.
Basically,
cool.
It just totally changes the pace and the feel of it. And so I've been playing a lot of that. I think I might even do a Let's Play for it at some point.
Sweet.
It's called now. I don't. So you know Latin, the Latin language. It's called Divide et Impera, which means divide and conquer.
Okay.
But I don't know how to say divide. Apparently, it's spelled the same in Latin as it is in English, because obviously our language is built off of Latin, at least partially. And so I don't know if it's like divide or if it's divide in Latin.
Divide.
You know, because they don't.
Yeah, no,
it's a different language.
Makes sense.
So is it divide or is it divide? Everyone says divide et impera, or they call it DEI for short, for an acronym. I don't know. I was just curious about that. Like, is it divide or is it divide?
Oh, interesting. According to say divide, I feel like
that makes sense for the language.
Assumption. Yeah.
That would be funny if it's divide with the same.
Divide. What is this fucking idiot saying? Divide.
Divide. Doesn't he know it's divide? I'm like, I was trying to be Latin.
Dummy.
Trying to speak Latin, guys.
With all your Latin friends, they're gonna be making fun of you, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a dead language.
I guess all your Latin speaking friends.
Well, but I mean, there isn't a Latin speaking.
You don't have Latin speaking friends?
It's a dead language,
bro. You got to expand your network a little bit.
A Catholic, I guess. You've got some priests that know how to read it.
Do all Catholics know Latin?
No, but like if you have a Catholic priest, they know Latin.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they all know Latin?
I don't know about all of them, but I mean, your chances of meeting someone who understands Latin is way fucking higher among Catholic priests than any other group.
That's fair. That's a fair assumption.
Given the Romans were the one that founded all that shit.
Fair enough.
Later on, so yeah. Anyway, it's been really cool. Like, cool. It sounds kind of boring, but it's fucking fun.
I mean,
I like playing it.
A lot of games. I mean, even think about Skyrim's the best example. When all these mods started coming out, it got this whole new audience of people who never played it, who love it now.
I put a bunch of graphics mods in there too.
Oh yeah, you have to.
So that was awesome. It was fun. Am I playing anything else? Not really. No? Nothing too much. Trying to, I mean, I just been kind of avoiding jumping into anything
for tonight.
Okay, yeah. Because
now I know I asked you earlier if you were going to take tomorrow off, which you're not.
I tried.
You tried?
Couldn't.
Are you going to be like up tonight? Pretty late playing?
Yeah, probably midnight.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'll probably have to get like a fucking energy drink. I don't have to drive tomorrow. I'm carpooling.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I don't have to drive at 5:30 in the morning like all fucking exhausted.
Yes.
And tomorrow, at work, we're doing the costume party. Like we're filming. We're recording this. I'm having a problem.
You okay?
Maybe I have like a tumor.
You sound like me today.
I might have a brain tumor.
You might have a tumor.
Brain tumor. Alzheimer's. Early onset Alzheimer's.
Ian confused 4 words. We think he has a tumor.
We're recording this on a Thursday because I'm leaving town tomorrow night.
Leaving town?
We're going to Disneyland for the Halloween weekend.
Cool, man. Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's going to be cool.
Are they doing anything like...
Yeah.
I'm sure they're doing
they go all out.
Okay,
they go all out for Halloween.
That's probably a really dumb question. Yeah. I've never been to Disneyland, so I don't know, like...
Right.
What they
do, yeah. They do seasonal stuff for all the major holidays, absolutely.
Gotcha.
So, because they have, like... There's going to be a ton of... Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah,
stuff,
of course,
Disney film,
of course.
So there'll be a lot of that, and it's Disneyland. I was surprised. Like when we went there earlier this year and it was the first time I've been there since I was like 6 or something like that.
You guys seem like you had a blast.
It was awesome. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be a little kiddie park.
Yeah.
And there are certainly. I mean, it's designed in a way that kids will love it, but it's awesome regardless. Like,
Yeah.
we had a great time, and there was never a point where I was like, this shit's for kids. Like,
Yeah.
it's a special place. It really is a special place. It's not just the marketing that says that.
Yeah.
They mean it. So it was a ton of fun, and get some exercise, walk all over the fucking place.
Heck yeah. Make sure you wear your Fitbit, man.
Yeah, I should. I really should.
you really
Wear
should.
that.
I'm curious.
I haven't been recently. So.
I'm curious to see how many steps you get. Like, just kick it
We're
on
gonna
like
be
right
there
when you get
all
there. Yeah.
Saturday.
I bet you break like 20,000 easy.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably easily.
Be
actually.
nuts.
I'll
give you mine.
I have one.
But I'm in a challenge at work. I could use the.
Oh, you could use
steps.
them. All right. I mean, yeah, that would blow the competition out of the water.
They're like, what?
You
What
walk
is
around,
happening?
literally walking around for like 10 hours straight. So it's terrible for my back, but we bring some ibuprofen and I'm good.
You should wear a thing.
I need to get a brace.
You don't have one?
No.
Oh, man.
I don't. Because, like, my surgeon was like, you don't need a brace because you have 2 steel rods.
Okay, but
I think that was before he realized he was going to have a bunch of hip problems caused by my back.
Yeah,
so, like, it's my hips that are the issue. So
kind of a domino effect going on.
Absolutely. Your back, if you didn't know, your back's kind of in the middle of everything. So,
is it?
Yeah.
Is that where it's at?
So, like, when it gets all fucked up, everything else gets all fucked up trying to compensate for
man.
So tonight, today's Thursday. I'm going to pick up Assassin's Creed at 9.
Woo!
I'm really excited.
Yeah, man.
Getting amazing reviews right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't even been. What? Because I'm waiting for your review.
Well,
you know
I won't read. So here's my rule with that. I am going to do a review. I'm going to do it relatively timely.
Cool.
It's not going to be like a Mass Effect situation
Dendron.
where it comes out in fucking March and I release it in whatever it was, October.
No
or some
worries,
shit.
man.
But obviously, I'm going to play it at my pace.
Yeah.
You should expect it before the end of way before the end of the year.
Sweet.
Probably late next month.
Can't wait,
like
man.
That. Maybe early December. So I'll be playing that like crazy. I also want to pick up Wolfenstein because I want to make sure I get them a sale.
Yeah.
And support that shit because that game looks awesome.
Yeah.
Both are getting really high reviews right now. So that's super exciting. I'm just excited to... I don't know, just see what this game's all about, man. It's totally different from the other games, and I just want to see like what they decided was core enough to Assassin's Creed to keep as part of that formula, and what they felt needed to go.
Okay.
Beyond the things I already know. I mean, we know that they've converted into 100% all the way RPG.
Like.
Yeah, completely. It is a role. It's no longer... I mean, it's an action RPG or whatever. I mean, there's all these different... It's like music nowadays. All these different genres and subgenres and all that. But basically, you've got... Before, they were always pushing into that realm of RPG. Like, oh, here's like some basic stats. Or, you know, this sword's +3 and this one's +1. You know, and they had little things like that that were sort of...
Yeah, they had like the little power and defense.
Yeah, a little leaning into it.
Yeah.
Leaning into the RPG elements. But they never would come out and really be like, okay, we're going all out.
Yeah.
And there is a bit of a sacrifice to that that I feel some Assassin's Creed fans maybe put off. I mean, you're not going to have those anime, and you might have some kind of execute animation, but for the most part, like the cool thing is you could fight multiple guys, and if you hit the button, they both attack you, and you do the cool kill on both of them, and like you know,
but there's no more counter kill.
Yeah,
counter
no.
Oh.
It basic. What I can tell, and I hate saying this because I feel like every fucking game these days gets compared to this franchise. But the way that it's in third person, you can move the camera around behind him, and you can lock onto a guy and then flick the stick to the right or the left to change who you're targeting.
Yeah.
It looks like Dark Souls.
Cool.
It looks like Dark Souls combat
Cool.
all the way. And I was watching a Let's Play of how levels affect performance of your Bayek character. So he started with a level 1 going up against a very high level fortress that you're supposed to break into.
Okay.
And he was showing you, like, Bayek can't do anything right now. So he goes up and he, like, tries to assassinate this soldier. And the soldier, like, the blade, like, gets into his neck, like, a little bit. And the guy, like, headbutts Bayek. He's like, oh, shit! And he turns around and now you gotta fight. Because he didn't pass the stealth check necessary to... He couldn't pass the stealth check the soldier had. So the stealth soldier has, like, a stealth check of, like, 6... And
he was at
because
1.
he rolled a 1, and so the guy hurt him before he was getting up there.
That's really
cool. And he
cool.
only did like a little 1 point of damage.
That's really cool.
So they kind of make it contextual like that.
Yeah.
So you really actually have to decide what kind of of assassin you're going to create.
Yeah.
You can, and there's three. There's a hunter who's all about the bow. There's warrior who's all about melee combat, and then there's I don't know if it's called assassin or whatever it's called, stealth.
Yeah.
All about sneaking, instant kills. You can even unlock assassination perks where if you have a patrol, you can kill 2 guys with one animation, or like there's the one where you come up behind a guy, slit his throat, and as he drops, the other guy hears him drop, and by the time he's even turning around, you click the button and he pulls out a knife and chucks him out, and you kill both of them in a single hit. You know, so like those are like perks. So hopefully the perks. The thing about these perks sometimes in these games is like there's like 50 of them, and like 9 of them look really great, and the others are like just like busy work shit.
You only use like 3 or 4.
Yeah, so hopefully they nail like every single one. Like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
Oh, I want that. Yeah. Oh, I want that. So that's a hard thing to. That's good game design. So I'm hoping that's what we're seeing.
That's really cool with the hunter and the warrior and the assassin. Like, I wonder, like, if you chose the warrior class, could you really just play the game just
absolutely, yeah, because there's different armor. So the armor is sort of like Destiny or Diablo. Like there's white, blue, purple, gold, or whatever for rarity and special perks and things that come with the armor. So as you get better gear, I mean, you're going to have different kinds of gear. So you might get like a heavy, and this takes place. And we'll get into history a little bit more of it, but this takes place way after, like, this is during Cleopatra and Caesar and all that stuff. So there's going to be heavy armor.
Yeah.
In the game, there's going to be like legionary armor and all that stuff. So I'm interested to see how that all folds in. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be heavy armor, light armor. So then that Let's Play I was watching, he immediately got his ass kicked, and then he switched to like a level 26 guy.
Oh yeah.
Who looked really cool.
Really.
So he had these 2 daggers, and he was able to do all these. He was just so cool. Like he was in this big, like, real low stance, and when you're fighting, it's sort of like God of War. Like you have like a little meter thing that'll go up, and then you can perform like a special move where he kicks him down on the ground, jumps on top of him, just goes like a flurry of stabs into the guy and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's like different weapons grant you different kind of like special moves and executions and things like that. So I'm looking forward to that kind of depth in an Assassin's Creed game. I think that was the right choice for them. So I think the beginning might be a little tough, kind of adjusting to the fact that I can't just dominate the game right from the outset.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that turns out.
Cool, man.
I'm really excited.
I'm excited to hear about it. I can't believe it's tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get it.
That's awesome.
Go get it tonight.
It's a bummer you have to leave town tomorrow.
I know.
I mean, you're going to have fun.
It's going to be great. Disneyland's awesome. It does suck though. Like I really am dying. That's why I was trying to get tomorrow off.
Any chance you can like bring your Xbox to your hotel and, you know?
I mean, I could, but the thing is, we're leaving at, 6 or 7 at night to drive to fucking LA.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get there at 12,
midnight.
1.
Yeah, you're right.
And so I'm gonna go to sleep because we're gonna get up early, get into the park at opening time. We're gonna be there all day. And then we're gonna get home or get back to the apartment or the hotel back at like 10 at night.
No, you'll be beat. You're right.
It's not gonna be any time. It wouldn't be worth carrying.
No, you're right. You're right.
So no, I'll come back on Sunday. I told them we have to be back before 1 for the Seahawks game.
Okay.
So we're gonna be back relatively early. Watch the Seahawks game till 4 something, and then just hop right back into it until I go to sleep on Sunday.
Sweet.
So, and then probably almost every day after that. This is like I have been in the mood to like get into a commit.
Yeah.
I'm in a committal mood right now. I want to marry a game. So
it's gonna be the one, man.
It's gonna be the one. Hopefully, unless it's garbage.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
it could suck.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's true.
But I don't think it's going to suck because I think Ubisoft understood how important this game is going to be. Not just because the fact that it was going downhill in sales.
Yeah,
but,
and they took some time after Syndicate came out and,
Yeah, and Syndicate came out and it didn't do well.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I actually really enjoyed Syndicate. Yeah. I liked the characters. It was like the first time I really cared about Assassin's Creed characters since Ezio.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful looking game. It wasn't perfect. There were a lot of problems with it, I felt, and it didn't sell because people were tired of it.
Yeah.
So they knew they took a whole year off, and they made it the origin story, which means that hey, everyone, please come back. You don't have to have played any of them before this.
Yeah.
This is a easy re-entry point for previously defeated fans that were
do you
not
think that
into
was intentional?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good move. It's a good move.
I'm hoping it does well. I'm hoping it is really good. Another quick little thing, my dog is crying on the outside of the door. I don't know if that's Dexter or Ray.
I think it might have been Dexter.
Yeah?
God,
is that Dexter?
Little bitch.
Can you see him when he makes a sound? Oh, he stopped.
Because he thinks we're coming to get him. No, I don't think so.
It makes a tiny little squiggle.
Yeah.
I was just curious if you could pick it up on the mic.
Imagine you listen, all you hear is eee!
I mean, if I turned the gain up, it would be
you're
like
right,
that.
you're right.
And hopefully this recording isn't all poppy like the last one was.
Yeah, and you said 2 ago it was not.
It was fine.
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe I just didn't turn the gain down.
I don't know what's going on.
The last thing I wanted to bring up that I thought was really cool and very exciting for me for Assassin's Creed. So obviously they did have historians and even Egyptologists help them design this game. And they recreated Egypt and Alexandria, the city of Alexandria, and all of that to the point that they're going to actually release for free after the game, a little while after the game's out. It's called the Discovery Tours, where it removes all enemies in combat and will put in like contextual historical lessons.
No way.
Because it's so accurate where if you walk into a pyramid in the game, you go inside of a pyramid and you follow. If you memorized the layout of that tomb, that pyramid, you could go to that pyramid that's still standing today and get around.
No way.
Because it's that accurate.
Dude, that is nuts.
They added some stuff like there's like secret wall panels with treasure that's obviously not there. But they're saying like the main part of the pyramid, you could, like if there's stairs here and there's a hallway and you take a left, nuts, it's laid out exactly the way.
Wow.
And like the distance, it's to scale.
Yeah.
And everything's to scale, so they're going to create the Discovery Tours, and they can use this game in like classrooms and stuff, and explore Egypt during this time. And this is like this is really late, like it's the last century of BC.
God, how crazy!
Like we're talking like Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, Mark Antony, all those classic characters, Ptolemy, like all those like classic historical characters.
What a unique idea that I hope isn't underappreciated. You know what I mean?
It's really, really cool. Yeah. And it also informs me that people who have dedicated their lives to the study of ancient Egypt are approving this as a incredibly accurate depiction of that era of Egypt, which is just crazy.
Yeah, it is.
And another thing that's totally mind-boggling about that is like during that time in Egypt, the current Egyptians living there, which were more like Greeks, because these are like Ptolemy, who is the brother of Cleopatra, was the ruler at the time. Like they are descendants of the Greeks of Alexander the Great. It's like the Egyptians were no longer the real dark-skinned Africans that they were building the pyramids. I think people kind of forget that. Like there's Mediterranean, kind of European, Euro-African, like they're kind of a mix, a strange mix. And at that time, like they looked at the pyramids, and were like, man, those things are old. Then they were thousands of years old. Then that just blows my mind that the pyramids are that old. That Cleopatra was like, man, like history.
It's because aliens built them, man. That's why.
That's why. Yeah, there you go. I'm sure we can get a conversation on Twitter going about that. I hate Twitter.
Come on, you can't hate Twitter, man.
I hate Twitter.
It's all here. You have to accept it.
I hate social media.
You can't hate social media.
I do though.
But you can't. You have to.
I mean, I still use it.
You have to accept it. And you have to love it.
I think it's
and you have to
vile, dangerous poison in society.
No, it's not. No, that's a whole other conversation. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Yes, I'm super pumped, man.
Cool. I'm glad you're excited, man. I can't wait to hear about it.
So another plan that we have.
Okay.
For tonight.
We have plans? Oh, yeah, tonight.
Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
Yeah?
For a lot of reasons. One, I'll tell you what this is not the one. I will tell the people what we're doing. We're going to jump into Dead Space, because recently we talked about how I haven't played it.
Yeah, we came up when we were talking about Visceral getting close.
Yeah. Well, we were like, yeah, we should play it, and we do that all the time, and we never do anything.
Right.
Here we are less than a week later, and we actually made plans to,
plans.
The flag is in the ground.
Yeah.
The flag
has
been planted, And we are playing Dead Space probably like an hour or whatever at a
however
time.
long
We'll
you
go
want.
through it, but I'm crazy excited, man. For one, because I've never beaten the game, and I'm excited to jump in. I'm glad it's on Xbox One. I can just play it there. I don't have to turn on your 360 and feel the fat, clunky, great controller that I've forgotten all about. And then, two, we're not recording it, which I'm weirdly excited about.
We're just hanging out and playing.
We're just hanging out and playing a game. Mm-hmm. It's actually been a really long time since we've just hung out.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before. I've talked about
we
it with Kevin,
never actually just hang out.
We never do outside of like parties and stuff. Which is cool. So I'm stoked to just play a game. We played Cuphead like 2 times ago that I was here. I was like, man, we should just do this all day.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
We just
I'd love to hang out and play
Cuphead
games
all day.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Unfortunately, our lives don't allow us to do that. So I'm pretty stoked, man. I can't.
Yeah, I'm stoked for you to play it. I mean, I know that you played a little bit long time ago.
Yeah. Like my freshman year of high school.
And it's cool because like it's just I don't know, man. It's the first 2 games are just some of those real rare experience games. They're some of the greatest games of all time.
I think it'll be a good homage to what's going on with Visceral right now as well.
Yeah, probably make me even more mad.
I know. Ian might start crying in the middle of
it. They closed this studio. They closed.
Judo kick your fucking TV.
We're both in the market for TVs.
4K! But yeah, I'm excited, man. Anything I should know going in? We can make it like a Mason Mystic kind of thing.
I mean, you know probably a little more about Dead Space than you have about some of the movies I've shown.
In any of the movies you've shown.
Any of them?
I mean, Star Wars. I knew a lot about because
it's so prevalent.
Oh yeah, it's so prevalent, pretty mainstream. Dead Space I played a little bit of. I know. Let me tell you what I know about the story, and then don't tell me.
No, I won't. You know me. I'm not a spoiler guy.
Like a lot of different things. There's something going on, and like a ship somewhere, and you're just the guy.
It's a very classic science fiction horror setup.
You're like a guy who gets called for help or something.
You're an engineer.
Engineer, okay. Yep. Okay, you're an engineer. So something broke.
Yeah, they can't reach. This is not any spoilers. There's a mining ship because this takes place in the 26th century.
Oh, Jesus.
2500s.
They didn't just go like 2020, like most movies.
It's not like Blade Runner,
like Blade Runner,
2019 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
No, it's like 2500s.
Okay.
And Earth is completely, the class. I mean, Earth is totally
trashed.
We're run out of everything. So we've expanded throughout the solar system, and then we've sent these deep space mining colonies. Not colonies, but ships that colonize. They'll set up a little colony, and then they get the mining ships send a big beam. They fire a giant beam, almost like the Death Star, into the planet.
Okay.
And it loosens everything up, and then they get these big laser magnetic things. They start pulling all that stuff up, and they destroy entire planets. To get all the minerals out of them. So they scan them, create a temporary pop-up colony, and then they blast the planet when they know that it's rich of stuff.
Yeah.
And then, so it's one of those deep space mining ships. Classic, lose contact with the ship.
Yep.
And they send a small team to go out there and fix the transmitters.
Oh, so you're not alone.
Yeah, it's a small little team on a ship.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's it. That's the setup. It's like Alien, dude. I mean, no, there's a beacon. It's it is. They were purposely. They weren't going for something that was going to blow everyone's mind. They love Alien as one of their favorite films. It was a mix of their inspiration to make the games. Like, we want to make the game version of like Alien, Event Horizon, and which is kind of an interesting choice for them. And then The Thing, which I don't know if you've seen The Thing or not.
No,
we will. That's one of the things we'll definitely be watching.
Cool.
And you'll be like, "Wow, this is definitely Dead Space." When you watch that, so those are kind of like the movies that inspire them, and they wanted them. They said that they're like, "This is our." We wanted to make Alien for games, which is a big thing to say, and they pulled it off completely.
Dude, I can't wait, man.
So
I'm excited to jump in. I don't know anything about not really anything about the story, just from what I've heard. I know in the second game, which I'm sure we'll play as well.
Yeah, the first and second game are both almost equal.
And I've heard, in the second game, he kind of starts to, drift off into madness a little bit.
Yeah, and then there's definitely things behind that. The main thing, the difference is, in this game, Isaac doesn't talk. And the design at that point was they wanted you to sort of, put yourself in his shoes.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't want to, make him a character.
Okay.
But that doesn't really work the only negative to me and to Dead Space, and I gave Dead Space a 10 when I reviewed it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that game, really. The one thing I will say is, like, I wish that they had a voice actor for the whole time, because it's third person, it's not first person.
Yeah. He's
there. He makes noise when he gets hurt.
Oh, so he does?
Yeah. Okay. He makes noise when he gets hurt. He's got a voice. You can hear him under there. So it's like, it was weird.
Yeah, like it's alluding to there's a person
people are talking
there,
to him and he's not responding. Yeah. It's kind of a weird choice, and they kind of picked up on that. And so in the second game, he gets his voice actor, who was awesome. Yeah, and he became one of my favorite gaming characters ever.
Do you know who acts him in the second one?
It's not someone that's super famous.
Oh, okay, not some like Nolan North.
He is a voice actor
that
it does other stuff, but. Cool. I think that was by far his biggest thing.
Sweet, man.
And then the third one, we can play the third one. It was not bad.
Yeah.
It's just that EA got its claws in there and really screwed things up. But it's not a... They were still the same designers, the same developers, so the game was still played well, and you're going to want to see the end of the story.
Yeah.
So we'll still play it.
And it wraps up well at the end of the third one?
Pretty well. There was a weird DLC thing they had that didn't... But it does wrap up enough. It gets kind of confusing.
Okay.
It gets pretty convoluted, but I can help you keep things straight as we go on, because I've read all like graphic novels, and I'm really into the whole universe of that. It's a cool, dark, gritty universe. There's a new religion that you'll learn about that's kind of like taken over. It's like the biggest religion of the time.
Did they talk about it in the game?
Oh yeah, it's a big part of the society that we're about to learn about. So
yeah.
It's really cool. So, I don't know. There's not too much else to go over. We might have a short episode this week.
Yeah, we might wrap it up soon. We didn't really... nothing crazy that I knew about in the news. Not at least that I've been following.
Yeah, we have those big releases.
Yeah, like you said, Wolfenstein 2 comes out tonight, which you're not going to pick up yet.
Getting huge reviews.
Yeah,
it's a 90 on Metacritic already.
It wasn't for my TV. Like, I would probably pick it up because I was actually wanting.
Did you play the first one?
A game. I haven't yet, but I
do not play this.
Well, I know, and I was gonna play the first one, but the TV situation happened, and I'm like. Now I'm kind of chagrined to play any game right now.
No, I don't blame you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
It just bums me out. But
you might not be able to wait.
I also don't want to.
You might not be able to wait till November.
Yeah, I know. It sounds so pathetic, but like I just don't want to wait. You know what I mean? Like
no, it's not though. When your primary hobby relies on the TV, I mean, it's sort of like. I gotta get to work and my car just blew up.
Exactly. Except you enjoy work. Like you want to go to work.
Yeah, you want to go to. Well, I mean, you want to go to work because you need money.
You need money, but yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like I think you're right. Bad.
I think you're right. It gives me a good chance to kind of like reset and find. I can actually pick a TV I want. Go from there, find it, do the right research. I didn't do a lot of research when I bought this TV. I had a lot of problems that we talked about. And,
right.
I'm a little more knowledgeable now. So
I highly suggest Vizio.
Yeah, everyone does.
They're cheap and they're good.
Yeah. Vizio's the one. Samsung people really enjoy as well. I went LG, and the particular model that I had a lot of motion blur issues, which I would have known about if I did more research on it. But I didn't. I just looked probably up the Google reviews, and it was like a 4, and I was like, cool, I'll take it. Yeah. But I'll do a little more research this time. I'll probably go the Vizio route. I've never heard a complaint about Vizio. You know what I mean? Nothing.
I've owned a lot of Vizio TVs.
Nothing serious, yeah.
2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
They've all been excellent.
Yep. That's probably.
My mom bought one like years ago. It still works.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and we talked a little bit last time. Not that it really matters. I was in the market for a new headset.
Oh yeah.
I did the research this go around, and I was kind of working with a pretty small-ish budget. This time I didn't want to spend anything over $100.
Sure.
And on console you can spend, you know what
Easily.
I mean? Like if you go up to like Astros, which we talked about, you can spend like $250.
Yeah.
And like Astro A50s are coined as like the greatest console gaming headset, which is great if you're like a competitive gamer, where you should be on PC, which we touched on.
Yep.
But so I looked up and I did a lot of research, and everything I could find for like the best bang for your buck gaming headset pointed to the HyperX Cloud Stinger. I don't know if you ever heard of like HyperX, the brand.
That's a series of names right there.
Yeah, you're telling me, man. Try to find it at Best Buy.
HyperX Cloud.
The guy looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, "You work here. I'll take your job right now." But
yeah, no shit.
He had no idea what I was talking about, so I actually had to just go and find it. He was like, "We don't have that here," and I found it there. And I was like, "What are you doing? Just go look it up." Like he even looked it up. I guess he probably just spelled it wrong or something. Like I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I found it at Best Buy. It was $50, and it's the best headset I've ever owned. Not that I've delved deep into the headset realm, but I mean,
still, it kind of blows you away.
Totally, it's a total difference. The headset I had before is all plastic. Even the part that goes around your ear is like almost completely plastic. It's extremely uncomfortable. When we would play Overwatch like till 2 a.m,
your ears would be on
my ears
fire?
were numb by the end of the night. I would take them off and they would be all red and like smushed, like I just got done fighting professionally.
Terrible.
Like, and it was just terrible and like they were uncomfortable. These are all like whatever that is,
kind of like a
svelte like foam inside kind of thing, and they just sit around my ear. They don't even touch my ears. I can't hear anything going on outside of the outside, which I love. They have directional hearing.
It's like being alone even if you're not alone.
Yes, they have directional hearing, which I needed for a lot of games, particularly Fortnite right now. And the mic's good, man. I'm excited about it, man. I just wanted to touch on that because I know we...
Now imagine that with brand new 4K television. Boom!
And
Boom!
Mason never goes to work again. And,
right?
You know, and loses his girlfriend.
And then he's on the street.
Yeah, he's on the street. That's what
Hook up to a generator outside, playing games.
You think that guy just plays Fortnite outside of Best Buy?
He has nothing else to do. He still hasn't played Witcher.
He still hasn't played Witcher, and it's right there. He owns Witcher, like he won't even sell it.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll cut this one short. I mean, 10 minutes. Oh, no.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, no.
There's going to be riots in the streets, man.
Dude, I know. All 12 of our listeners.
All 12 of you.
It's going to burn it down. Haven't heard from Indy in a long time.
No, I mean, I think he moved on.
Yeah, you think so?
Hopefully to bigger and better things. Hopefully he comes back. And I hope it wasn't something that we did.
Yeah.
Maybe steered him away. Although I feel with how
Ian, you're getting too political, man. You're alienizing everyone.
I feel with how vocal he was, he would have brought up any criticism.
You'd be like, "You fucking suck."
Hopefully not. He didn't seem like one of those internet people.
I
but
know.
You know what I mean? But,
you never know, man. Like 4.5 out of 5 are those people.
4.5.
4.5 out of 5.
At least 4 out of 5.
4.5.
I like to think there's a big
because like there's a person who's half the time is fine, and then like the other half like sneaks off to.
Come on, there's at least one guy who's a good guy. I'm a good guy on the internet. I don't talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
Yeah, you're not bad. You know what I mean?
But that's because like
you don't even talk.
That's because we found each other.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
You're right.
We're the two halves. Each other out.
We're the two halves of the person.
Yeah,
yes. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Exactly. So cool, guys. I hope that you pick up Assassin's Creed or Wolfenstein or Super Mario Odyssey is coming out soon. That's getting incredible reviews as well. So if you're playing any of these games, let us know because this is Tuesday now when they're hearing this. These games have been out.
Keep an eye out as well. Kevin and I have a Let's Play coming out. We played Murdered Soul Suspect, which I think came out on like the last generation consoles.
Yeah, I remember that.
Way fun, like way super fun. So
I've heard good things about that game.
Yeah, a really cool story. We're not going to dive into now, but keep an eye out. That should be coming out soon.
Awesome. All right, guys. We hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch you next week.
Later.
Later.